we calculated yesterday on NFL Live. He's made over $70 million.
Wow.
Like actually been paid. Wow. That's basketball money. It really is. That's basketball money. So to me, if I'm Revis, I say, when was I being considered the #1 corner in the league? It's when I was winning, when the Jets were making those runs in the playoffs, when he was shutting down Chad Johnson one week, going to New England and playing the slot against Wes Welker and then winning that game over Brady. That's when we were saying he was the best in the league. Now we're talking about Richard Sherman. And we were, his buzz was going during the season, but when did it really pick up? When they started winning football games, when Seattle started to become important. No matter what he does in Oakland, nobody's ever going to see it. They're never going to talk about it. It's not going to be important. Deion Sanders, when did we really realize he was the man?
It wasn't when he was in Atlanta.
It wasn't when he was in Atlanta.
But even though he was a big name, though, because he was a show.
But we knew, but it was when you go to San Francisco and you play Michael Irvin, and then you go to Dallas and you play Jerry Rice. So you need those type of competitions. You need those type of battles to solidify yourself. And eventually it has to be, how much money do you need? You will leave money on the table going to New England, but
I hear what you're saying. I agree with what you're saying. It's wise words from Ryan Clark. I don't see it happening because it is not the Patriot way to pay huge money for one cog on Bill Belichick's systematic defense that he runs, where the defense, the system is the star, not Darrelle Revis. I would love to see him there. They need him there. But Oakland has silly money. It has basketball money or baseball money to pay. So Oakland, let's say they offer what he was going to make in Tampa. So let's say $16 million, just hypothetically. And let's say Bob Kraft says, I could go to 8 maybe, but we just don't do that. That's not the way we do business here. So if you're Revis, I hear you. You've made $70 million, but we know him. You know him well. I know him a little bit. He is a proud young man who says, I deserve to be validated by $16 million. Not that I need to spend the 16. I just want everybody to know I'm worth $16 million. Jerry Jones is not running the Patriots the way he was running the Cowboys when they said, we'll break the bank for Deion Sanders because we're going to win the Super Bowl that San Francisco just won with Deion. That's not what's happening here with the Patriot way.
I agree with Skip about what's going to happen. I agree with you about what should happen.
Okay.
I think he should go to New England. I don't think money should be the priority as long as there's not a huge discrepancy between what's out there compared to where he's going to go. I definitely think that, Darrelle Revis, for all intent and purposes, you got to remember, Skip, he's never really played with a potent offense. Mark Sanchez has been the quarterback with the New York Jets when they went to those 2 AFC championship games. And obviously there were pieces that were missing. Even though the Jets went to an AFC championship game, their defense guided them there. Tampa Bay, we know what that situation was like last year. You go to New England, Tom Brady comes to the rescue. And all you've got to do is your job as a defense, and Tom Brady will find a way to deliver the goods for you. And so with being coached by Belichick, understanding the importance of what your role would be, if New England could pay him about 10 to 12 million, I think it's possible he would go. I just don't know if they would do that. In that order, it would be New England, Cleveland, and then the Raiders, because I have no faith in the Raiders, even though I do believe that McKenzie will get it going at some point. I don't rule out a revisit from the Jets. Milner's a rookie last year, wasn't great. Sheldon Richardson was a stud, but not Milner in the secondary. On top of it all, you just cut Antonio Cromartie. It was a business decision. You had to clear about $7 million off of your cap space, okay? So you've got to replace that. Werner went. He left Tennessee. He's gone now. He's going to Tampa. And then you've got a situation now where Aqib Talib is in Denver and Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie. We don't know where he's going to end up. But if you have an opportunity to get Revis back, even though Woody Johnson would be averse to it to some degree because of their relationship, Rex Ryan has always had a great relationship with Darrelle Revis. He's the guy that during that 36-day holdout in 2010 when they were trying to go back to an AFC championship game against you guys. Okay, but leading into that season, Rex Ryan went to Florida and got Revis himself. Enough is enough. We need you. Now, come on now, let's get it done. Do I think that there's the potential for Rex Ryan to pull that off again? Yes, I do. It shouldn't be compared to New England, but it might be. Can't rule that out. There's a fourth team in the mix.
Man, Revis is from Aliquippa, Pennsylvania. I've been to Aliquippa. I know a lot of people from there. They're proud people, but they love football. And I just feel like after what he's been through, going to Tampa, being in New York, it would just be a great fit and a great opportunity for him to cement, not that I'm being paid this much, so this is what I'm worth, actually just going on the field, winning that championship and saying my play helped this team do that. You know, will he do it? I don't know. You think about Cleveland, if they sign Revis and give him that type of money, how much do you have to pay Joe Hayden? Because he's coming up.
Well, I will say this to you. I'm a native New Yorker. Love my Steelers, mind you. Please don't get me wrong. But I got to tell you, try to root for the New York teams. I would still be very disappointed if Revis picked the Jets over the Patriots. Because to me, there is no reason, assuming the money.
Right.
The money was on par with one another. Now, if the Jets offered excessively more than New England, that would be different. But if it's on par, you're supposed to go to New England before you go to the Jets, considering the Jets situation on the offensive side of the ball.